From CONVO Studios in Chicago, Illinois, we present to you Late Night CONVO with Ellimac J. Tonight, we have our special guest, Maestro, from the hit group Via Maestro. We also have the teenage sensation, Denasia Abrams, and the youngest in charge, Quentin and Lavelle Person. Now give it up for the late night sensation, Miss Ellimac J.
Welcome to Our Story. Not his story, but our story. Our way with our people all the time. In this special episode of CONVO, we purposely waited until Black History Month was over, just to put an emphasis on what this means to us. Now, why is Black History only celebrated in the shortest month of the year? And who said that it had to be celebrated in February? I believe we're worthy of more than just a month of coverage. Now, the real question is, why is Black history not a part of the core curriculum of schools when you're learning history? Why does it need to be designated as just Black history? We're a part of history as well. Why do we need to be put in a category all by ourselves? Everything is always worth a conversation. What we need to also understand about Black history is that we come from such rich roots, self-taught, self-starters. Everyone that is part of our Black history didn't get an opportunity to really get educated the way that we can now. I can recall being in high school and I wasn't too interested in history because there was no one like me in the history books except for being a slave or protesting for equality. When I found out that there were people that actually invented things and people who made a difference in history, I began to open my eyes a little bit more and started to become a lot more interested. Perhaps that's what our youth is missing right now, especially those young Black men who are killing people. Maybe they don't understand that those roots that they come from are just so powerful and so much more than what a gun in your hands can do. Before I go off in too big of a rant, we're going to meet a teacher who teaches her class in the community center, Mrs. Suchandsuch, and see how she teaches her class about Black history. I'll see y'all soon.
All right, class, welcome to history. I am your teacher, Mrs. Suchandsuch. So, what we're going to be doing today is, excuse me. No, we're not going to do this already, all right? We're going to be talking about Black history. And the first person we're talking about is Patricia Julian. In a minute, I'm going to put you on the skewer, boy. What is the Yes, young lady.
What's a skewer?
Something that, don't worry about that. We're talking about Percy L. Julian, okay? I'll take your questions later. You just wait till after class. Okay, so.
What's she talking about?
Oh my God. What? So this is, you know what? I'll just bring out the video, okay? And you're going to watch the video. And
you know how to work a video?
Yes, I know how to work a video. It is not hard.
Did Percy L. Julian make socks? He made socks?
You're going to see what he made. In a minute, I'm going to make you a part of history. All right, let's go ahead and roll the tape. All right? Okay. Percy L. Julian.
Percy L. Julian, chemist, trendsetter, and positive role model, was born April 11, 1899 in Montgomery, Alabama, when racism was alive and well. His educated parents set an example for this young Black man, receiving an education and not taking no for an answer. Percy attended school up to 8th grade. There were no high schools for Blacks in his town. Despite having a 10th grade education, he applied to DePaul University and had to work diligently to be of the same educational level amongst his peers. Needless to say, he graduated at the top of his class. He became a chemistry teacher at Fisk University after college. Then in 1923, he finished his master's degree at Harvard, although they would not allow him to obtain his doctoral degree. Julian eventually obtained his PhD at the University of Vienna in Austria in 1931. In 1935, he earned international acclaim for synthesizing the drug treatment for glaucoma. Julian tried to obtain a position at a prominent chemical company and was denied repeatedly because of his race. Eventually, Julian landed a job at Glidden Company as a lab director. From there, he invented aerofoam, a soy protein to put out oil and gas fires. He also synthesized cortisone, used for rheumatoid arthritis. Julian left Glidden Company in 1953 and began his own laboratory. He focused on diversity and hired every walk of life. He sold the company in 1963 and became the first black millionaire. He also founded Julian Research Institute, a nonprofit organization. He later died of liver cancer, April 9, 1975.
All right. So what did we learn about Percy L. Julian? Now you see, Percy L. Julian was more than a doctor, okay? And he did present, excuse me, you might want to lick your top lip, it's a little ashy. Percy L. Julian, he also made things for rheumatoid arthritis, right?
Right. Say what now?
Rheumatoid arthritis.
Can you spell that, please? I can't find that in the dictionary.
Well, you have problems, and I think you should probably go to the next class down if you can't spell rheumatoid arthritis. All right, so Percy L. Julian, what did he do? Young man right there in the back with the phone, tapping away with the hat on. What did he do?
What did who do?
Percy L. Julian.
He created art.
Lord, have a ruler about it.
No,
boy, were you paying attention to the movie at all? What is it? Yes, young man in the front.
Was he a doctor?
Yes, he was a doctor. All right. Now, what did he invent?
I don't know what
Oh! Yeah. Perhaps you need to see the speech pathologist. Yes.
The eye thing?
The eye thing. We'll just pretend like that was for really arthritis. Okay, let's move on to the next person.
Oh.
You have something, young man?
Wolverine?
Sure, yeah, we'll take that. Okay, let's move on to the next person. All right, now, the next person is going to be Elijah McCoy, all right? So we're going to see what he did. Young man, get off of your phone. That's what's wrong with you guys now. You see this ruler? It's been through many of butt whoopings. Excuse me. Tap, 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 tap. No. We're going to watch the movie now, all right? Elijah McCoy, let's go.
Elijah McCoy, born March 27, 1844 in Ontario, Canada. His parents were escaped slaves who fled to Canada on the Underground Railroad. The McCoys returned to the States in 1847. At the age of 15, Elijah traveled to Scotland for an apprenticeship as a mechanical engineer. After returning from his travels, he tried to obtain a position as a mechanical engineer, but was unsuccessful because of racism and ignorant views of black men. However, he was offered a position at Michigan Central Railroad as a fireman. One of his main responsibilities were to oil the steam engine's moving parts. In 1872, McCoy invented the automatic lubricator cup. This invention allowed the engine's parts to be thoroughly oiled without having to stop the train. McCoy was issued over 57 patents, with 2 of them being the movable ironing board and the lawn sprinkler. In 1920, he established Elijah McCoy Manufacturing Company, where he sold and perfected the lubricator cup. Many tried to duplicate, but were unsuccessful, hence the term that is used today, the real McCoy. 9 short years after opening his company, McCoy passed suffering from dementia. His legacy still lives on, especially in the railroad industry.
Steve Coakley, born June 17, 1954 to April 11, 2012. Steve Coakley was an American political researcher and lecturer who lectured nationally on political and economic issues relating especially to African American communities. Steve Coakley was also a futurologist who commented extensively on water conservation and organic farming. Steve Coakley gave over 5,000 lectures on the topic of global warming and corporate conspiracies, the Trilateral Commission, the Bilderberg, Rothschilds, Rockefellers, and the Boulay, and etc. On behalf of being a Chicagoan, I highly commend and salute Steve Coakley. Thank you.
we know who Elijah McCoy now is. Did we take some good notes there, class?
Oh, we had to take notes?
That's usually what you have to do in order for you to keep up with the movie. That's because you're too busy looking at other stuff.
It's called grown-up business.
I could have sworn you were in my classroom, so you're not even grown yet, young man.
I didn't know this was yours. Weren't you subbing for this class?
That's beside the point.
Oh, so yours?
Now, what we need to really focus on is who Elijah McCoy is.
You
That's your real hair?
You a fake.
This is my hair. I purchased it so it would be mine at least until 3 o'clock. Okay, young man, right there. Who is Elijah McCoy?
Huh?
Who is Elijah McCoy?
Elijah Muhammad? Elijah
McCoy?
McCoy.
Were you paying attention?
Oh.
Huh?
That's why you're in this classroom when you're about 36 years old. Yes, young man.
McDonald's.
No.
Elijah McCoy. No. McDonald's. You get it? Huh? No.
Young man in the back.
Wait.
He created Portillo's.
I got it.
It wasn't even invented yet.
Yes,
you know what?
it was.
No, we're just gonna move on to the next person.
Medicine.
Right.
What about medicine?
I think you're right.
He didn't make medicine?
Wait, what are we talking about?
She's saying.
And you supposed to be a teacher.
I only got this job because my mother told me I couldn't be a model. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next person. Alright, Louis Latimer. Are we going to pay attention this time?
As in Lewis and Clark? The expedition? Or...
We're talking about African American
You
history.
talking about that the illustrator Louis Sicard?
I don't even know what
Who
card
was
that is. Right. Yeah, dude.
That's a book illustrator who said Sideways Story.
I'm not going to hit you. Alright.
I know, I call my mama.
Call your mama. I call your mama for you. Mama! Mama! She not coming.
Could you please stop it? I'm on the phone.
Young man, you can get out of my class.
So.
I mean, really? Okay, let's just roll that
Bro,
tape.
what's up?
Roll the
Louis
tape.
Latimer was a self-taught engineer born in Chelsea, Massachusetts on September 4th, 1848, to escaped enslaved parents George and Rebecca Latimer. At age 16, Louis had to help his mother support the family after his father left in fear that he would be placed back into slavery. Louis joined the Navy and received an honorable discharge. After returning from the Navy, he taught himself mechanical drawing while employed at a patent law firm. His work was noticed by the firm partners, and he was promoted from office boy to draftsman. In 1874, Louis co-founded an improved bathroom compartment for railroad trains. Then in 1876, Louis drafted the patent for Alexander Graham Bell's invention, the telephone. In 1880, Louis worked for U.S. Electric Company as an assistant manager and draftsman. The company was a rival to Thomas Edison. Even though the light bulb was already in use, Louis improved upon it. The original bulb would only last a few days. After Louis's invention, the carbon filament, the light bulb would last for weeks. He became so skilled that cities would contract him to be the lead planning executive in lighting their streets. He also invented the safety elevator, locking racks used for clothing, and an apparatus for cooling and disinfecting, better known as the air conditioner, in 1886. He passed December 11, 1928. Even though he has passed on, his legacy still keeps us cool and bright.
All right, now, Louis Latimer, right? What did he do?
So somebody told me this was a class about cooking food. Are we gonna get no noodles? Anything?
Oh,
Noodles?
some ramen noodles?
Right.
I know, you got some because I'm pretty hungry too myself. But no, stay. Focus.
My
Well then.
eardrum.
Good. Now, who was Louis Latimer? What did he do? What did he invent?
Could you stop that? Oh, buildings. Architect.
No. Give me something
Construction.
closer. No.
Light.
All of you guys are stupid. Okay, so What he did was...
Excuse me.
How rude.
I'm going to report this to the police. Police, I have a report.
To the police? Do you mean the principal? Oh, gosh. Really? Okay. So, like, we're just going to keep this going. So, I don't know what...
Select the highlighted option.
Okay, really? Like, what...
So, I have just now...
Now, I'm quite excited about this next person. Patricia Bath, okay? The only female that we talked about today. Patricia, not your ex-girlfriend or your baby mama. I'm talking about a different one. So this one, we're going to roll the...
Did she invent Mexican music or Latino music or bathtub music?
Oh, me.
You keep reading your book, young lady.
First you want me to read my book.
Your looks will only get you so far. What, young man?
She used to take baths all day.
Yeah, sure. Something that you don't do. All right, let's roll the tape.
Patricia Bath was born in Harlem, New York, November 3rd, 1942, to Rupert and Gladys Bath. Her father, the first black motorman for the New York City subway system, and mother, a housewife and maid, always encouraged Patricia to pursue an education. She became interested in science when she received her first chemistry set. At age 16, she attended a cancer research workshop. While in attendance, she made such an important discoveries that the program head included her findings in the conference. She graduated from high school in only 2 years. She then attended Howard University to pursue a medical degree and graduated with honors in 1968. In 1973, Patricia was the first African American to complete a residency in ophthalmology. On her path of success, she also became the first female faculty member in the Department of Ophthalmology at UCLA's Jules Stein Eye Institute. Then in 1976, Bath co-founded the American Institute for the Prevention of Blindness. What Bath is well known for is the invention of the laser phaco probe. With this device, patients suffering from cataracts would receive surgery with more accuracy and less pain, and most importantly, restore their eyesight. Also, this device has patents in both Japan and Europe, as well as Canada. Bath is now retired from UCLA's Medical Center and was appointed to the honorary medical staff. And she is still living. Would you look at that? We have living history still going on in 2016.
All right, now let's see who was paying attention this time.
Fun.
Patricia, excuse me, can you read to yourself? All right, we're going to see who Patricia Bath was. Who was Patricia Bath?
I just know Patricia.
Wake up, young man.
I just know Patricia.
You just know Patricia.
I ain't know her last name.
See, you're just nasty, boy. You're just nasty. All right, so Patricia Bath, she did some very great things for us, you know, especially with her eyes, you know.
She made her eyes?
Yeah, she made eyes. That's what she did. She did that instead of God.
Oh.
All right. Yeah. So, I'm sorry. Am I not exciting you enough?
That.
Oh, you guys see, that's what's wrong with this generation. Just dab.
Yep,
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I know a little something about that. Yes, you are funky, sir. You are. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find out what she did. All right, and then so wait a minute. Class is over already. Okay. Well, next class you guys be ready for a pop quiz. All right. All right. You guys have a great day.
Yeah.
Stupid kids.
That Miss Such and Such is a trip. Every time I see her, I remember I had her a couple of years ago. I didn't learn diddly squat. Hopefully she still has a job. She sure didn't keep her cool. Doing research for this show was very enlightening, but at the same time, it kind of pissed me off. You know, there was a lot of things that I found out about. A lot of the inventors had not even been shared. It's in the literature, but it's not put out to the masses the way all the other information is with the other people. Like in 1886, when Elijah McCoy was patented, he patented the disinfecting and cooling apparatus. But then again, in 1902, William Carrier came out with this air conditioner. Who came out with it first? Things that make you go, let that one marinate. Now, with all 4 people that we have introduced you to today, if you had not known them from before, I hope that you get a lot from this. A lot of those people came from little to nothing. And they may have been middle class African Americans, but I'm just telling you this now. In the society that we live in now, that you have so many opportunities for you to learn. So please don't use anything to stifle your own education, especially your creativity. Given the circumstances that they had then, when they weren't even supposed to learn or had been owned by someone else, they still took that and made it into something great. Now, I will say you can expect from CONVO at least once a month to give you one person that we will enlighten you about. So no longer is Black History only in February, it's 365. So look forward to that. And as always, you can catch us on Facebook, Instagram, via email, and we're always here for you. It's never too late to join the CONVO. Till next time.